Hello friends, welcome back to another Sims 4 video. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good morning myself so far, so I am excitedly waiting for the gameplay trailer. And we know what that means. That means we're gonna try our hardest to dissect each individual frame and just see what we can see, right? I'm not good at these. There are definitely other content creators who are way better at picking these things apart and finding things and noticing things, but I have fun doing it, so let's get into it, shall we? Okay, here we go.
In the picturesque neighborhood of Hopewell Hills, we find the Michelsons. A recent addition to the family has instigated an unexpected and uninvited guest, the doting grandparent. Tonight, we'll use this temporary stay to explore the family dynamic, the milestones that define one's life, the personalities that can connect us or push us apart, and how all of it is simply a matter of perspective. Let's first examine the married couple's reaction to Celeste's father's unannounced arrival. Fortunately, their family dynamic is set to close, as if hand-picked for them. This relationship setting, if you will, has stood the test of time, thanks to the social compatibilities they share. Throw in the many milestones they've achieved together, the joy they have for Orion joining the family, and they seem to be genuinely embracing Sebastian's help in growing their family together. Sebastian is very protective of his daughter, which is why he's even more critical of Christopher. There's nothing wrong with Christopher, per se. He and Sebastian just have different interests and ways of expressing themselves.
Okay.
Sebastian has lived a long, fulfilling life. The dude's old. That's what I'm saying. But he still has much to learn, especially when it comes to the man who makes his daughter happy. Orion's recent arrival has sent the family dynamics into a tailspin, causing everyone to adjust. But she's a baby. She's got better things to do. After all, an infant's world is full of firsts, and there are other firsts yet to come.
No way!
Atlas, the once king of the castle, how he misses the days when he had his parents wrapped around his little finger. Fortunately, he has always had a great relationship with his grandpa Sebastian. These two troublemakers might as well be the same person. And as far as Atlas is concerned, this old jokester has come to play with him, not the enemy. The family dynamic is not something easily defined, but growing together through all of life's many surprises means understanding everyone has a different point of view.
So, let's just pause this. We know that if you order by April 27th, you get these items. So, you know, if it's worth it to you, don't forget to order sooner rather than later. If not, you know, it's just 3 items. I'm sure they have similar items in the pack. I do know that there is going to be a live stream next week or the week after. So there's also that to look forward to as well. But first, let's go through these shots. This looks like the town or the world or whatever you want to call it. It's really pretty. It's not overly California. I kind of like it. There's a lot to look at. So I like this huge but kind of small pond lake thing. It looks like there's a little playground here. Lots of houses. I can't really tell which of these houses are neighborhood decoration and which ones are actual houses. It looks like a very full, lush little town, which I like. And then here's the house, which is absolutely adorable, by the way. It is So cute. And the little backyard with the tree house and bikes for everybody now. Kind of looks like they made something of a driveway here for parking the bikes, which is kind of funny. Oh, it looks like there's a little like nature pathway there with an empty field area over there. That's kind of cool. I like that. The kid is clearly not happy. Ooh, ew, that's gross. What is that kid jumping in? Is there gonna be new kind of messes for them to make? The paint ones are bad enough. Now there's gonna be this ew, gross looking mud mess too that they can make. Is this rug new? I feel like this rug is new and I like it. I mentioned this before. I love the couch. I love the couch. And that lamp is pretty cool too. Look at the backyard out these magnificently awesome windows. They're big, they're open, and you can see a very nice little backyard back there. I like that. Lots of stuff going on in here. Lots. Just so many little objects and stuff. Clutter objects. It looks like they're adding new possible scars. That could also be a birthmark. We've seen that and heard on Twitter from the gurus that they are adding birthmarks. So that could be a birthmark. But to me, that looks a little bit more like a scar. As someone with facial scars, I very much appreciate these inclusions in the game. I love that door, by the way. I almost forgot to mention this, but this is not my style at all. But looking at the close-up of this door, it is a beautiful door and it was beautifully made. There's gonna be a new milestone system. Oh, here's the house again. Another cute image of the house. So there's gonna be a new milestone and compatibility system. So this is part of the compatibility, excuse me, system, which could be really interesting, could make for some really interesting stories. And then there's also the milestone system, which kind of reminds me of the memory systems from past Sims games, where kind of big events in the Sims life become a memory. This seems very similar, but specifically focusing on milestones like having a baby, getting married, growing up, maybe having a birthday, maybe learning to ride a bike or learning to walk, or maybe getting good grades in school or graduating from school. Those are probably, or maybe at least, all part of that system, which would be big important memories. How we see how the family dynamics influence relationships. Like they made that very clear throughout. By the way, let's just talk about this. Look at that archway. I lived in a house as a kid that had two archways in it that were identical to this. They didn't have the glass in between the pillar and the wall. It was just an open, empty space. It's beautiful. It really is. I'm kind of excited to branch out with my decorating and try out this new style from this new pack. I'm not good at most styles. I have a very specific style that I'm good at, but I think because I lived in a house with this sort of style in it, I think that I might be able to pull this one off. Maybe, we'll see. I'm excited to build with this one though. Anyways, as I was saying, we see how that compatibility system is working. They show you very clearly. Did they explain how the milestones were going to affect you though? I guess maybe that's obvious. If you had a lot of really good milestones, it could affect your compatibility, and probably your overall feelings towards things. I think that's kind of pretty much what they were saying, honestly. So, like, his milestone was maybe getting a little sibling, and he was not happy about that, so that affects his compatibility with his sibling, type of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. There is always just so many new little items and objects to point out that I get a little bit overwhelmed and I miss a lot of stuff. But look at that little baby gym thing. Look at her, that's so cute. So your interests will definitely influence your compatibility. Why can I not say that word? Compatibility as well. I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? But look at the background. Look at that rocket ship thing in the background, and all like the teddy bear on the box on the back deck there. That is so cute. I love this big open window. Look at that archway. I doubt we're gonna be able to build with that. It's probably like part of the neighborhood or something. But that's really cool. The cribs in the other images and videos we've seen so far, to me, made them look a lot bigger. But this one looks smaller. So does that mean we're getting two-sized cribs, like one slightly bigger and one slightly smaller, or is it just the perspective of the image maybe, or is this not even a crib? It looks like a crib though, but it looks a lot smaller than the ones I've been seeing, so that's a little bit confusing to me. Some of the milestones are changing a poopy diaper, taking a bath, maybe first bath possibly, learning to roll over, learning to crawl. So they're going to be doing all those things. Eating food for the first time apparently, and then learning to stand. This is so adorable. That's so cute. I kind of really can't wait. They do give us this little glimpse of what looks like part of a downtown area. A little food stall, some buildings. These buildings are neighborhood decoration. They're not going to be buildings you can go into. You can tell because the windows are opaque, and frosted over. When you can't see into the windows, except for with the apartments. Now, if there are apartments in some of these buildings, that might be different. But other than the apartments, if the windows are opaque and you can't see in them, they're generally either a rabbit hole, an apartment, or just neighborhood decoration. Here's another view of downtown. This looks like the rec center in the background, at least from the other pictures we've seen. That looks like it could be the rec center or a rec center anyways. And then here's another more modern archway. That's kind of cool. So the focus is mainly on relationships and having new things to do with family mostly. So family relationships for sure is the focus. Having lots more things to do with the family and expanding on the family relationship. So that's good. And then of course the whole order early and get extra content. Some of this stuff or all of it in some version or another might also be in the pack. These might just be extra versions of it. I can tell you that I have always pre-ordered every pack, going as far back as pre-orders were allowed for digital packs anyways. And only sometimes do I receive the items that come with it. So is it worth it to you to pre-order and get those extra items? You know, that's an individual choice, I guess. Per usual, that was a lot to take in. There was a lot to see, and I'm sure there will be a lot more on March 3rd, I think, when they do the live stream. I'm not going to be live reacting to the live stream this time. I have done that for select streams in the past. I might just go back after the live stream is done and pick out some important aspects of it just to share, but I won't be live streaming a live reaction to their live stream this time. But yeah, I am excited. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!